Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to day 29. Holy smokes, it's almost over. I'm talking to you from Wednesday, September 12th, 2012. I can't believe it. We're on day 29 of a 30-day program that I promised I would give you between a 5 and a 10-minute video on pain management. And it's been just such an incredible ride. But you know what? Today we're going to be talking about a fantastic book by Wayne Dyer called The Power of Intention. I've also got a really neat little project for you and I to do together, if you don't mind. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. All right, give me 33 seconds to be exact. Oh, I almost forgot again. I don't know what I'm going to do after this. I know I'm going to do another project for another series of podcast shows. This becomes addictive. Okay, blood sugar sitting at 7.8. Blood pressure sitting at 137. Pain threshold at 8. And I am your radio announcer. I forget who it said. I just got into peals of laughter one time when I heard on the radio it said, "You can't hurt me. I'm the radio announcer." And I just broke up. Anyway, I'm going to go ice my neck now because I'm spent, and then I will come back refreshed, and we will talk about this book on the project. All right, see you on the flip side. Bye-bye. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to the Healthy Tech Talk Show. My name is Rick Haaland. I will be your host today. 121/67. So you saw it here, folks. Let's figure this out. In China, billions of people cannot be wrong when they practice Yang-style Tai Chi. If you're shopping around for an MRI scan, make sure that you get the highest resolution possible for the same price when you have a neck injury and you have a pinched nerve, right? And you have vertebrae that are out all over the place. A walk, and I will use a program called Noom, N-O-O-M, for those Android geeks out there. But hey, this is not your diet, this is my diet. We're going to talk, we've got some great stuff on today's show. See you then. What would you buy, and why would you buy it? All right, for all of you pain thrill seekers out there, you know, I wish that people with chronic pain could get, you know, like fun stuff to do, like, I don't know, lifetime membership of riding the roller coasters in North America or something, you know, something fun for all the dumb stuff we've got to go through. Anyway, today I'm really excited. I'm going to talk about the power of intention, and I want to, here's the little project. Bear with me here for a minute. I want to talk to you about self-talk because, you know, I didn't want to end this 30-day podcast without talking about the stuff that you and I say to ourselves that really get in the way, that is destructive. And we all do it. I mean, come on. Don't sit there and say you don't. I know you do. And I want to talk to you about your intention. I think it would be great if we could all keep little diaries, you know, and say, you know, my intention today is to da-da-da-da-da, instead of pain threshold 8 and, you know, feeling pain, da-da-da-da. Put my intention today is to, like daily little goals. I think that would be really good. It's too bad I didn't think about that on day one. You think of so many things when you go through the podcast show. So, you know, when I'll give you a suggestion of what I do about when my negative self-talk gets the best of me. You know, when you're surfing on the computer, and I hope all of you have done this or are familiar with somebody that has done this, and you have to go and clear your cache on your browser, whether you're using Internet Explorer or Google or, you know, whatever. When you go in there and you open up Google, you open up Internet Explorer, and there's a little button there that says clear cache. Now, what that means is it's going to completely take away the memory of where you were, where you have been. And it'll give you choices. It'll say, take away, you know, for 5 days or 10 days or 2 weeks, or take away everything. Think about that. Next time you have negative thoughts and you think, well, you know what I'm going to do in my mind? In my mind, I'm going to find that little switch that says, clear cache. take away every negative thought I have just by clicking a little button. You can visualize a little mouse button or something. Just like your computer does. So it does not get full of the garbage. Because if you don't clear your cache for months, sometimes years, computer does a lot of weird things, doesn't it? It runs slower. It runs, it just doesn't run right. It gets buggy. And you can pick up a virus, just like a human person, right? So clear that cache out of your mind. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to put it on the internet and talk to you about it. And I think this would be a great idea for a lot of people, a great project. And if you want me to do this script for you, you tell me. So make a script, like go on your computer and write out or type out 5 or 6 pages of what you want your recovery plan to be, as if you're talking to yourself, as if you're having a conversation with yourself. You don't have to get specific goals. Well, see, some people say you want to be exactly specific, but if you're having chronic pain and you have a setback, sometimes that can't follow an exact specific timeline, can it? So maybe not be specific, but just say, I want to get better by this stage. Or this stage, instead of putting a hard date stage on it, by just saying this particular stage of my recovery process. And make a script of your intentions. And make it 4 or 5 pages long. In your own words. In your own words. So that's very important because you are going to be talking to yourself. I don't know if any of you saw this, but a couple of weeks back, there was a fellow that he had kept his videotapes from when he was a 12-year-old kid. And he did something really neat. He split the screen and he had a conversation with his 12-year-old self. He would watch what he was saying, the 12-year-old kid, from the video. And then he would come on camera and he'd say something as if replying, as if having a dedicated conversation to himself when he was 12. I think that was brilliant. And he got amazing Google hits. I think the thing went viral. So use your own words, as if you're having a conversation with yourself, a pep talk. Make it a pep talk, a healing pep talk, right? And then record it into a microphone, or a little recorder, or even your smartphone. Because that's eventually where I want you to put it. And load it onto your cell phone. And then when you go for a walk, here's the interesting part. When you go for a walk, listen to your own pep talk. Listen to the sound of your voice saying, Rick, we know that we have chronic pain. Here are the areas. Nothing to be concerned about because we will get through this kind of thing. I'm giving you examples, right? This is how we're going to get better. Da-da-da-da. We've got professionals, doctor, da-da-da-da, doctor, da-da-da-da, doctor, da-da-da. And they're all working really, really hard. We're going swimming a couple times a week. We're going walking. Give yourself you can craft this any way you want. And it's surprising to me how many people don't do it. Well, I haven't done it. But why don't we start doing that? And if this is a tool of our recovery, why can't we use that for recovery? I think it's a great idea. So I want to, that's the first part. That was the project. Boy, I'm going to miss this podcast show with you guys. I want to talk to you about this book, Living with Intention. And what I'll do is I've marked down a couple of pages which I think are just so brilliant and so powerful with relation to our healing process. So let me go to page 25. You know what? You should buy this book. Page 25, it says, Unkind acts weaken you. We don't think of that much, do we? Halfway down the page 25. Research has shown that a simple act of kindness directed towards another improves the functioning of the immune system and stimulates the production of serotonin in both the recipient of the kindness and the person extending the kindness. Even more amazing is that persons observe the act of kindness have similar beneficial results. Imagine this. Kindness extended, received, or observed beneficially impacts the physical health and feelings of everyone involved. Both the face of kindness and the face of creativity are smiling here. When you're unkind, you're blocking the face of kindness. You're moving away from the power of intention, no matter whether you call it God, Spirit, Source, or intention. I call it God. Normally I don't go in for these kinds of books, self-help, I'm a Lutheran, and you know what they say about Lutherans, right? You can always tell a Lutheran, but you can't tell them much. So I'll call it God in this case. Yeah. Be aware that unkind thoughts weaken and kind thoughts strengthen. That's a very, very powerful. And how many times do we forget that? How many times did we snap at our loved ones when we're in pain? I do. Let's go to page 197. Okay, ready? You create your own stress. Stuff that we don't think about. Your thoughts, not the world, causes your stress. Your thoughts activate stressful situations or stressful reactions in your body. Stressful thoughts create resistance to the joy, happiness, and abundance that you create and desire in your life. These thoughts include, I can't, I'm too overworked, I worry, I'm afraid, I'm unworthy, it will never happen, I'm not smart enough, I'm too young or too old, and so on. These thoughts are like a program to resist being tranquil and stress-free and will keep you from manifesting desires. Now, what's manifesting desires? That just means to me that you control your own happiness to a certain point. And that means that I get to control my attitude. That's all I get to control. But boy, oh boy, treat that attitude like gold, more precious than diamonds. Because that's what you get to directly control. So that's 197. Another one on page 97 is you can change your thoughts at any given moment. Again, stuff that we somebody says that to us and we go, yeah, I know all that. Why don't we practice it? Interesting. You can change your thoughts of stress in any given moment and eliminate the anxiety for the next few moments or even hours and days. Oh boy, let's pay attention to this. Let me repeat this sentence. You can change your thoughts of stress in any given moment and eliminate the anxiety for the next few moments or even hours and days. By making a conscious decision to distract yourself from worry, you've inaugurated the process of stress reduction while simultaneously reconnecting to all the field of uncreating intention. It's from this place of peace and tranquility that you become a co-creator with God. Yeah, I think there's a partnership there. I don't know if the co-creator would be the best word, but I certainly believe that you can work with God. Ultimately, it's His will, but you get to put in a lot of input and say, I'm going to do this, and if it's not the right thing, He's going to let you know. So that's another one that you can create. You can change your stress, your thoughts at any moment. 165. Now this is going to be fun because we're going to be talking about family. Relationships with family. Page 165. Isn't this fun, boys and girls? Okay, we're talking about family and how they, when they come at you and these people who are related to you are all ideas in your mind. Whatever power they have, you've given to them. What you feel is wrong or missing in these relationships is an indication that something is amiss within you. Because broadly speaking, anything that you see in anyone else is a reflection of some aspect of you. How many times have you heard that? And just sloughed it off, right? Otherwise, you wouldn't be bothered by it because you wouldn't notice it in the first place. These are sage words, aren't they? 164. And then we will end this odd cast. You like that, how I did that? You get treated the way you teach others to treat you. Wow. In the earlier chapter, I urged you to notice the inner dialogue. One of the greatest obstacles to connecting to intention are your thoughts of what others want or expect from you. The more you focus on how upsetting it is that your family doesn't understand or appreciate you, the more you'll attract the misunderstanding or lack of appreciation. I think that's right. I think that's right. Why? Because what you think about expands. Oh boy, does it ever. Even when you think about what you find unnerving, and when you think about what you don't want in your life, it expands. You know, it's very true. Whatever signals you give to yourself in self-talk, more than likely going to happen. Folks, it has been a blast. Tomorrow's going to be the last day of the podcast. Don't worry, you'll see me more. And what I'll do is I'll expand. Like, for example, you know that podcast I did on reflexology? Oh, my goodness. Don't you worry. We're going to be expanding on that aspect. And other aspects of the 30-day podcast, my favorite parts, I'm going to expand. So there might be 10, 15 favorite parts that I feel, oh, wow, I've really got a passion behind this. And I'm going to add more videos to it, add more training to it, add more text and pictures. And we'll go on a separate journey for that, because this should never end. You know, like chronic pain, you feel as if it goes on forever. So why don't we design this course or this wonderful adventure that you and I have been on and keep it going, breathe life into it, right? Because we all really want to help each other. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. We're up to the 14-minute mark. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you tomorrow. Oh yeah. Take care. Bye-bye.